What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video. And today we are doing the Lions 7-round mock draft. And the real reason I'm doing this is because earlier today, because I'm pretty sure I'm posting this today, I put up a video talking about the trade between Matt Stafford and Jared Goff. And a real big attribute of that is the idea that, oh, well, a huge question mark was, are the Lions going to take a quarterback at 7? So now that we definitely know that they are not, let's have a fun little mock draft here, just thinking about what we should do in terms of the Lions, because we know that they got a lot of guys on contract here, right? Especially in the receiver room, not to mention Jared Davis. They need some pass rushers in there. There's a lot of holes to fill. This roster needs a full remake. So it's a good thing that they got those picks, right? So let's do this. Let's have some fun. I'm actually probably going to readjust the camera thing because you guys definitely don't want to see my face that freaking huge. So let's have a little bit of fun. I am using Zoom right now. If you guys are like want to be YouTubers as well, it's efficient. It's really efficient. So there you go. Now you guys don't get to be irritated with my face. Of course, we get irritated with the sound. I always do that. It's online classes. We are not doing trades. You guys know the deal. That's a huge trade up offer, by the way, because Justin Fields is here. Of course, of all the things, Justin Fields falls. So that is a little bit irritating. Jamar Chase, oh my goodness. Mel Kiper would be nutting over this draft, but unfortunately, that leaves us with Rashad Bateman as our number one wide receiver. We can't let that happen, right? So looking at the next needs, we could look at corner at Patrick Surtain, Caleb Farley. That'd be great because obviously Jeff Okudah hasn't really worked out so far. But I think we need a true captain of the defense. We want to get some extra pass rush anyways, probably. Micah Parsons can play every single position. He can play 4-3 outside linebacker, 4-3 inside linebacker, 3-4 inside linebacker, 3-4 outside linebacker. He has all the tools in the world. I really love Micah Parsons. And he's a good leader as well. Obviously, though, he probably is actually going to be here. That's the funny thing, due to, I mean, as I'm talking about how good of a leader he is, his whole entire fighting scandal. If you guys want to look that up, please do. Rumors that he had a fight with a player, and then the coach sat the other guy down in the car and was just like, "Don't tell the police about this." It is a personality issue, but this is a team that, I mean, I don't think you want to piss off. I'm pretty sure Louis Riddick is the new GM. I don't think you want to piss off Louis Riddick. He's a really good guy. Honestly, I think that it's a big slip up. I'm not gonna lie, but to be fair, we don't know any much more context other than that. So I'm not going to basically dog on him for that. Javonte Williams in the first is very interesting. This is very annoying as well with all the trade offers that we're getting. It's just because we're in close proximity to these picks. But again, no trades are going to be happening just because it's too much RNG. It's not fair to all the other drafts we do, and it just takes way too long. So this way we can at least have a little bit of fun with being able to know that we don't have to worry about that part. So something that I am actually really interested in is I'm pretty sure that the majority of these guys on the board are guys who I'm all willing to take. We could get Rondale Moore as a fun gadget weapon, but I'm pretty sure due to the fact that, obviously the Patriots way is no longer like kind of part of the idea or like the kind of the philosophy of the franchise. Rondale Moore has brick hands. I did a full report on him, watched every snap he ever played. And oh my God, Tutu, why? Dude, Tutu Atwell being here is absolutely disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, I love Louisville, and I did a study on Tutu Atwell. I don't think he's gonna be anything in the NFL. It's just gonna be like he needs to go to a very specific scheme and one without any wide receivers, because I think Kenny Galladay might be gone, given the fact that the Lions chose long term over short term. That we need to get a true number one wide receiver. So I'm looking at De'Ami Brown down the line. Studying Seth Williams literally right now. I could pull over the windows like that and then be able to show you guys, but not going to be doing that. There's a lot of guys down the line that we could be possibly taking. I don't think right now is the spot to get a wide receiver. Nico Collins would be a fun guy to have. But looking at the corners on the board too, you got Eric Stokes here. You got Greg Newsome, Tyson Campbell. You guys have a lot of dudes on the board. Not to mention offensive linemen, because, I mean, you can ask Matt Stafford's ribs. You guys definitely do need that, as well as Christian Barmore being here. There's a lot of really good options. You can choose any of them if you guys want. The interior defensive line class is not very good this year. It's pretty deep, but not very talented. Davion Nixon's really talented as well. To me, honestly, I'm leaning towards Eric Stokes here. I've heard some bad things. Some people don't really like Eric Stokes, but to be honest, I've seen his traits flash. He's done a really good job. He has almost, I think, his 2 pick sixes on the year, and he's been able to jump off routes. To me, he looks a little bit like Marcus Peters. I am going to be doing an in-depth study on him very soon, so we're going to be checking that out as well. Eric Stokes is going to be the pick, though. Let's build that defense up first, because I know offense is such a critical need. But we could of course go Tyson Campbell in the second, but there's no guarantee in that whatsoever. So I love being able to pair up two very young, very high talented corners to be able to make some real big impacts. And plus, you never know who is going to fall to us because we've seen guys like Javon Holland in the third, in the late mid third. So to me, that's going to be perfectly fine. I don't know why, but there's like a lot of damn static electricity here all the time now. It's very irritating. Let's look at the guys who are here. So you got Marlon here. I'm not a huge fan of Marlon, if I'm going to be 100% fair. If we are going to be going for an interior defensive lineman, which he's not going to be there he's not going to be there in the real draft, but Osa, he shows some really good traits. Jalen Tweeman as well. So I'm going to be getting off that train. Looking at the guys who are available though in the wide receiver room, I could be reaching for De'Ami Brown right at the moment. But let's take a look at the tackles as well. You got Jackson Carman on the board, Walker Little, Brady Christensen as well. I can see Brady Christensen being a good tackle in the NFL. And I think we do have. I hope to God that TDN is able to factor in the fact that the trade happened. I'm going to be very irritated and disappointed if that didn't happen. And of course, if that does happen, I am going to delete this video. So I might just be talking to myself the whole time. But with the way that the draft board fell, I think we got to get some extra protection there. We went after Vaitai last off season for a reason, and he ended up being kind of a bust. Tyrell Crosby is pretty solid, but you got to get somebody to be there with Taylor Decker. With how, Walker Little he's so good. I don't know why people are hating on him that much. It is a little bit awkward at people hating on Walker Little that much. He's been pretty much a guaranteed first round prospect for quite a while. The same thing with Paulson Adebo here, but we'll see what happens. Yes, I'm pretty sure that they did give us the Rams pick right here, which is awesome. I love seeing that. So now we can look at addressing this interior defensive line problem right here. And I'm looking at Osa right here, man. He's great. Could be looking at wide receiver as well. I want to see what picks we do have. Hopefully this doesn't go. Okay, we have 111 as our next pick. And if I'm going to be honest, like after 111, can we get another wide receiver? No, we really need to get a wide receiver at this point. The interior defensive line. Oh yeah, there we go. We can still get a Jalen Tweeman here. Worst case scenario, we get a Chris Tonga. I think we need to go for a true number one wide receiver right now. Elijah Moore would be a fun weapon on this squad. So pick between Elijah Moore, Tylan Wallace, and De'Ami. But I think De'Ami Brown is the guy with the most upside. I love De'Ami Brown so much. I think he'd be a true number one wide receiver in the NFL. To me, I have him around this grade overall, around like 90th overall. And I think it's a great spot for him to be. He's young, so for a team that is more like in not win now mode, because Tylan Wallace is older, he's a true senior. And then like obviously you like good look after guys like Seth Williams, but I'm starting to become a little bit low on Seth, if we're gonna be honest right now. But I think that given the timeline as well as the need, I think you want to go for a younger prospect with a high upside, and that is going to be a guy like, of course, De'Ami Brown. At this spot, I'm actually quite intrigued. I want to look at the interior defensive lineman, but I might be going after Daz Newsome. I'm going to be honest. Ooh, Osa's still here. There's zero doubt in my mind. Osa arguably is, I think he's probably going to be my third favorite defensive tackle in the class. Osa Odigizua. I don't know if I probably didn't say that correctly, but I saw some reps in the Senior Bowl where he just stuck his arm straight out and stopped, and just like, and some of these great run blockers I saw him go against, like he was able to play with extremely high IQ. And I really love that about him. I think he's going to be able to come in and make a very, very, very big impact day one. So as much as I'd like to go after the Chris Tonga later on, we can't do that. Of course, I wish Daz Newsome fell, but there is a different target that I might be targeting. I guess no pun intended, but there is a guy on the board in Jalen Darden who I have almost synonymously with a guy like Daz Newsome. Jalen Darden is just so fun. He is also a senior. I wish he was at the Senior Bowl. If I'm going to be honest, I wish he was. But Jalen Darden, this dude has, if you want to talk about burst, David Moore's, he had apparently a bad week, but I thought he had some good reps in there. Jalen Darden is the definition of burst. This dude goes through everything just so quickly. It's awesome to watch. So definitely something that is a really good building block to this team. Again, I'm not a fan of Shi Smith. I saw him play. I don't know if he might be even draftable. There's some very, very, very big red flags. And on a team like the Lions, that could be worth taking in order to see if the red flags go away. Because he has some great, great aspects to him. I think you get a more surefire prospect and a little bursty guy like Jalen Darden, which is to me, I'm fine with that. We gotta see. Do we even have a 6th round pick? I don't even know if we had a 5th round pick. I'm bugging, but we might not have a 6th round pick. If you guys would love to tell me what that was for, that would be amazing. Sam Fehoko, I'm surprised they have him that high. He's definitely not going to be gone at that point. I mean, he's definitely going to be gone later on. So yeah, he's not going to be gone at that point. He shouldn't be rated that highly. That's the word I was trying to get out of my mouth. We'll see if we even have a 7th round pick. This is going to be interesting. We might not, because if I remember correctly, we only had 3 picks the last time I checked. So it might be the end for us, guys. And that's unfortunate, but we've had a pretty damn good draft. So honestly, while we're just doing this, I'm just gonna go over the draft because it's just gonna be clicking through. Micah Parsons, I mean, dude, we totally rebuilt this defense with 3 studs who I think could all go in the first. Then we got our offense. We got the wide receiver problem fixed, and we got some offensive line help. Honestly, this is perfect for Jared Goff's ideal role. You can look at it. Jalen Darden's going to be great for him for a check down. De'Ami Brown, good guy to lob the ball up to. Walker Little going to finally protect him again. So looking at the guys on the board, I mean, we got a true captain of the defense as well as captain of the secondary, and he can work along with a guy like Jeff Okudah to really build a good secondary there. You got Desmond Trufant, I believe, possibly for one more year. Not sure about that one, but it doesn't matter because you got Eric Stokes, who's great. And then again, you got all types. You got Osa, who can really beef up that interior. You guys had Damon Snacks Harrison for a while. You're going to get a guy who I've awkwardly heard comps to Aaron Donald. I'm not going to go that far, but it's a guy who, especially at the value that we got him at, he might be a 1st-rounder, arguably. But really, really talented guy. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm glad that they updated it and gave us the extra 3rd-round pick because this is a pretty damn good draft. I love this draft. So I'll see you on the far side. Peace.